Hi, I'm Scott Harrison from Lawnscience, and today I'm going to be talking to you about moss which grows in our lawns. Overall there's about 10,000 species of moss, however there's only 5 in the UK which are prevalent on our lawns. The overall effect is that it creates a yellowy green look which is undesired and not what we require, and if left unchecked it will dominate over time. There's 5 common varieties of moss, break down into 3 types. Type 1 is Hypnum and Eurychium. They're fern-like, usually grown within the grass stems. They're present in lots of turf and moist conditions, and they have a very spongy feel. Type 2 is called Ceratodon purpureus and Byron. They are tufted or mat forming, common in acidic soils. Ceratodon purpureus is also commonly known as a winter moss. Polytrichum is an upright variety, common on dry mounds, distinctive brown stem, have flat leaves but 1 cell thick, and they're strong in poor light, but they are susceptible to drought. So why is moss a problem in our lawns? Well, it's because when it gets in the lawns it spreads very easily. Even the motion of cutting the grass disturbs the moss and releases the spores, which if left unkept will colonise the lawn very easily. It's a combination of factors that contribute to moss becoming prevalent. It's common in poorly maintained lawns where wheatgrass is in acidic or waterlogged or even sometimes compacted soil. Now, what do I mean by poorly maintained lawns? Well, it's when grass is cut too short and it produces less simple carbohydrates via photosynthesis, and the roots become starved of food and start to shrink. This makes grass weaker and less resilient to moss, especially when it's not fertilised. Poor drainage and too much shade can also be a contributing factor. There's several ways to deal with drainage. It may need more major surgery like a ground drain or soakaway, or benefit from an aeration, which I discuss in another video. Now, moss spreads through spores which are carried in the breeze, so it will never be possible to prevent them from coming and entering into your lawn, but it is possible to curb the effects. Now, the main thing you can do is ensure the grass is cut to a suitable height, which actually is somewhere between 1.5 to 2 inches or 4 to 5.5 centimetres, whichever you prefer. And as I've also discussed, it needs to have good drainage and to be well fertilised. When dealing with small amounts of moss on a lawn, a very good way of controlling moss is to use a liquid treatment. Now, it's important to note that before you do anything like that, you shouldn't just rake moss out of a lawn when it's live, because during that process you can actually release the spores, which are then spread back onto the ground, and you end up making the matter worse. Now, what we do is use a liquid treatment to treat the lawns, using a knapsack sprayer like this one. So in summary, moss is spread through spores, flourishes in poorly maintained lawns, and is very unsightly. We treat it with a moss treatment, and if the drainage is under control, the shade is managed properly, and it's regularly fertilised, it will greatly reduce the effect moss has on a lawn. If you have heavy moss on a lawn and it's very thick, then it can be treated with a heavy moss treatment, removed through a scarification process and overseeded, which will result in the lawn being stronger and thicker for you to enjoy in the years to come. I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like any further information from me, or if you'd like to take advantage of the Lawnscience lawn treatment programme, please call me or email me. My details can be found on our website, which is lawnscience.co.uk. Enjoy your lawn.